Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is a reading for Sagittarius, about mid-April 2022. That's just a time anchor though. It's whenever you find this is when it's for you. So we have Jupiter, planet Jupiter, and we have Fire Elemental. I'm going to pull a few cards from this Radley Valentine Angel deck, and I'm going to get a topic card from my phrase deck here, and then the meat of the reading is going to come from one of my chapbook packs over here. I'm feeling this purple one here, so let's get this. Okay. I did clear and shuffle these already, but I'll get them a little bit more. That's good enough. Okay, I only want 3 of these. I'm going to take these 3 that spilled out first. Put those back over in a minute. I'm going to get a starter card here. Oh, my elbow just crunched into the table. Alright, so we have What's Wrong, Dear, number 10. I'm feeling kind of a combination of the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords there. I mean, it could be the Wheel. Could be one and the Fool together. Let's see what we have here. 7 of Earth inverted. I've seen that in Scorpio's reading. This one says specifically, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. What's wrong? Somebody's worried. Because this is inverted. Usually 7 of Earth inverted for me, 7 of Pentacles is impatience. But here it seems to be anxiety in terms of what the Pentacles rules. So here I'm actually picking up money worries, financial insecurity. I don't often actually see finances when I see Pentacles in a reading, but this one I'm feeling it. I am feeling the cash flow struggle. The Emperor inverted. Oh, this one's kind of turning. Number 4. So we have Archangel Michael here. Is that in focus? Ish. Organization and logic, structure and discipline and leadership. Alright, this could be like everything's haywire. I feel like I have no control over anything. Mismanagement. I'm hearing a lyric from... Is it... I think it's Stranger You Are by Adam Lambert. I fucked up my check and spent it all. We have Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Almost all the way up. So this is the Hanged Man in this deck. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Okay. So I'm feeling very much Sagittarius freaked out about their money. A lot of, like, anxiety all the way up to, like, is usually a 9, right? 9 of Swords. But here it's all the way up to 10. Not quite 11, but it feels like it. I see 7, I see 4, I see 12. I feel like the 4 and the 12 are related because it's 4 times 3 is 12. This is... when I see the Hanged Man upright, it usually tells me a Knight inverted. I don't think it's quite the Knight of Pentacles, though. Knight of Wands inverted. Interesting. This is Neptune energy. We have a lot of Piscean shit going on in the planetary, in the interplanetary bodies right now. I feel like, you know, Sagittarius might be trying to be sort of pragmatic about things, but their subconscious is constantly freaking out about money struggles. Again, there's sort of this underlying chaos, and it doesn't have to be like gross mismanagement. It could be, you know, I tried to invest in something and it blew up in my face, and I could have seen it coming from a mile away, but I was just trying to be, you know, happy-go-lucky and try stuff and expand my horizons and learn, and everything sucks and it's not growing fast enough and I'm freaking out. This could be coming from a partner of some kind, or it's could be coming from your higher self. I'm getting a little bit more of higher self energy, or your spirit guides, because we have both Michael and Gabriel in the chat here. Look at this purple. A lot of purple. Brown. The downloads are coming from inside the crown. Now, speaking of talking to somebody else, here we have the Come Together, which is on the cover of my Energy Forms coloring book. This is, you know, I'm connecting with you. I'm having a conversation. There's telepathy. There's something manifesting. There's growth. And this could be with a business partner or a romantic partner who's doing better financially. Or it doesn't really skew either way, or I'm connecting with my guides. There's a deep sympathetic connection. Speaking of sympathetic connection, this is a drawing I did called She Sang in Eighths, after listening to Americano by Lady Gaga. This is I drew this like 10 years ago, but the general idea is that she's having a relationship with this other woman, but, you know, it's sort of frowned upon. And it's sort of like wrong place, wrong time, wrong circumstances kind of thing that's echoing this financial situation. Like, I'm ready to go, but it's not quite working, even though I was really, you know, hopeful and into it. Incidentally, there's a derivative... Come on, tag, work with me. There's a derivative of this in here called Roses. That's mostly just like the roses and hearts and like this pattern from the fabric. Because I'm not going to use somebody else's likeness in my coloring book, but that's an aside. But this is about connecting with someone else in a sympathetic way, on a sort of a mental and emotional level, whether that's your higher self or a romantic partner or your guides, that is sort of like, hey, what happened? Like, let me help you think about it. Oh, my battery's getting low. Okay, so this, oh, this does open a little bit. Let me open this up a little bit. Okay. So this card, let me get this, I gotta see what we're doing here. Get this focused. Okay, so this is from a myth, and it doesn't really matter what it is, but we have this guy who's kind of a crap hunter, and he's going after this antelope. What he doesn't know is that the antelope is actually the river god just kind of hanging out. So there's this sort of sea serpent tail here. Again, this is sort of like a aiming and missing, not quite hitting the mark. Really trying to go out there and get something to sustain you. In this case, resources, finances, food, and all that. I guess I can leave that out there for the duration of the reading. This other card, it's Bushy and Judgy. Gets me right in my feels. So this is similar to these, where it's, you know, I have, there's somebody that's got my back. I'm not doing it all on my own. And in some cases it could be the universe has my back, right? My guides have my back. My higher self has my back. I'm going to be able to nurture myself in some way. You know, it's not like me versus everything. There's something out there that's going to help me, or help me gain clearer perspective and stop dumping on myself for maybe some kind of financial misstep here that is making me freak out. Because I'm not getting, it's like the rebuild isn't happening fast enough for me. Okay, so this is a random portrait, and I got one of these portraits in another pile, and what I said is that I'm only seeing this person from one side, right? It's a limited perspective, and I'm having a hard time seeing the whole picture because, you know, I've only got one eye open. Gripping my pillow tight. So this Hanged Man, this awakening card, is to help see what's on the other side, right? What's on the dark side of the moon. And speaking of the moon, and more purple here, this is Mael. He is one of the angels, 28 angels of the moon mansions or whatever, and I've got the wrong planets on here, but I don't know what was happening, but something was going on wrong in my head in 2001 when I painted him. So he's actually for sale in my Etsy shop. He's a bonus panel with Michael and Gabriel and Ariel, which is Sir not appearing in this film. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out which one of these I want to read. Okay, so I guess I'm going to read Solid Silence. To pick which one went with this reading. I am the scream in the silent movie. I am solid rage that boils like a quagmire in the sun. But there is no sun, and the moon is too scared to tread these waters. I'm beating my fists against a wall that isn't even there, but the world is not moving. The vibrations in the air rumble like a pool of thunder in the tangible thickness. The silence that hangs in this invisible smoke is thick enough to slice with cutlery, spreading it over, infested hardtack and choking down every morsel, all the better to silence the screaming. My eyes are full of ink and all the world is blackness. My legs have no movement, they aren't even there. There's no telling if they have gone numb from the shock, if they have melted into some static dough, or if they have submerged into the rising muck. Okay. This is just kind of illustrating the feeling of stuckness, the feeling of frustration and loss, of, you know, struggling harder and getting less far the more you try to put effort in. You know, a standstill. But I think the biggest issue here is, you know, that you think that there's something wrong with you because of it. This is what's coming out here. It's a 10 of Wands. I'm overburdened. Battery crapped out. So I was saying I'm overburdened. I'm overwhelmed. It's, you know, it's like I tripped once and now I hate myself for the rest of my life. It's like, you know, one missed opportunity, one misstep, I cut my leg and bled out a little bit, but I put a patch on it and I'm gonna be all right in a month. You know, it's like during that month I need to stop telling myself I'm a piece of shit. This unnecessary worry. It was like the universe is trying to communicate with you, and it's like you're hoping that, you know, it's like it's like I might not see anybody being there for me. But the problem is you're only seeing things from one side. The side where maybe your inner child feels unprotected, or your ego is like, now you have nothing forever and ever and we're gonna wallow in it. And this whole situation is, it's almost like the stuckness is going to stay stuck until you realize that you're not drowning, the water's only 2 feet deep and you can stand up and walk out of it. Some of it is timing, some of it is connection. It might, I mean, it's coming in like crown energy. Like I need to be able to connect to the universe instead of constantly freaking out about the material world. A lot of these other readings had to do with pulling spiritual visions and manifesting. Here it's almost like backwards. It's the other way around. It's like I need to expand my connection to spirituality and stop worrying entirely so much about the material world. Like, yes, it's stressful if you don't think you can pay your bills, but it's also like the universe can help guide you to where you need to be to let the abundance manifest on its own. No, it's like maybe that pathway would have massaged your ego too much. Maybe this pathway would have left you in a dead end in terms of where you need to go with your life. And it's sort of the universe guiding your boat down the stream to a better landing spot. And at some point you have to, you know, keep your hands and feet inside the ride for a little bit. And this is what's going on for Sagittarius. I'm going to leave it there. Anything? Alright, if you want to get a chapbook pack or the set of angel canvas boards, they're all 16 by 20, I think. I got them stuffed in a computer monitor box right now, ready to be shipped out. That's in my Etsy shop, so if you get the chapbook packs or the paintings or anything else in there, it's coupon code 3star17 for 3 or more items. You'll get 17% off. I've got merch on Cafe Press, prints on DeviantArt. I've got my card of the day in picture format on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter coming out every day, just about, so far. I've got my poetry book that has all these in it, and coloring books like this one over on Amazon with the Kindle Direct Publishing. This drawing you can get prints or the original prints on DeviantArt, the real ones on Etsy. I think that's it. If you want to get a personal reading, why is that out of focus? Come on, you bastard. The list of readings and how much they cost is in the description box down below, or you can download the PDF from my WordPress. It's got little pictures to help illustrate the spreads, or you can email me and I'll send you the PDF. If you found this video useful or helpful or interesting in some way, or you've enjoyed other of my free content here on YouTube, please consider energy exchange, tip jar, donation. I got PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Those are all Cat the Minion. Everything here is through my link tree. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.